I haven't got time to mark this motherfucker. Here we go again. We can't hear anybody. Nobody can talk to anybody.
You guessed it, Pressure Points with your two favorite hosts. I'm D, and this is Fried Chicky AJ. We're coming at you with Season 6, Episode 27, the Goose Fair Cheese Riots. I'm talking about Nottingham's best community project. For additional content, find us on Instagram, Patreon, and pointsopressure.com. Let's get to it. Get your favorite cheese, and let's go.
Well, turn the fucking thing off, you dumbass.
What's your favorite kind of cheese?
I am a major slut for aged white cheddar.
Very good.
I like sharp aged white cheddar. The sharper the cheese, the fucking better.
Oh, yeah. No, I was just going to say, like, the sharpest cheddar. I don't care if it's aged. I don't care what color it is.
It's so fucking
if it's
good.
sharp, if I could cut a tomato with it. And also Parmesan.
I need a cheese knife made of sharp cheddar.
Exactly. Oh, and then Parmesan. I love Parmesan.
You can't fucking beat Parmesan.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm a fucking cheese boy, baby.
You're not one of these fancy, like, halloumi.
I've never had halloumi. I've
neither.
always wanted it.
You should buy some, and then we can eat some together.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's something that I would purchase. Like,
Yeah.
when I found out about it, I was like, oh, that sounds fucking good.
It sounds so good.
That sounds like something D eats regularly.
Yeah, that sounds like breakfast.
That doesn't sound like something I should budget into my groceries, but I will.
But I'm gonna.
Like my fucking hummus. I'm like, okay, yeah. Every grocery store trip, hummus will be purchased.
Hummus is so good.
That's
I wish
the
I could get
best.
my wife to like it.
It's tough. Like,
Yeah.
I
I also think she's only had, like, bad hummus.
Yeah.
If
And
she's
honestly,
even tried it.
like, it's really weird to get into.
Yeah, but it's so good.
Yeah. But when you do like it, it's like I fuck with everything that has chickpeas in it.
Have you? What's the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo bean?
I wouldn't pay for a garbanzo to bean on my face.
I've never had a garbanzo bean on my chest. Oh, those jokes write themselves. Those are my
10 out of
favorite
10.
ones.
How was your week?
I passed the first of my finals.
Good.
I did really good.
There you go.
Yeah, I was one fucking question away from the highest, like, rank. The highest grade. Not, like, section.
In your class?
So it's scored on, like, this percentage through this percentage is a level 1. This percentage and then this percentage is a level 2. This percentage is a level 3. I almost got to a level 3, which is the highest level.
It's like
by one question.
Almost an A kind of thing. Like you got an A- on it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah. Good job, though.
But I passed that, so that's good. And
Level 2s get degrees.
Hell yeah. So this week's going to be busy.
Yeah? How many finals you got?
Just the one left,
Oh,
so
okay.
that's good.
What's it on?
Everything, comprehensive.
Oh,
so that's a
shit.
bitch.
That's
but
a big one.
I think I can get like a 62% on it, and I'll still pass the class. So
Did they tell
I'll do
you-
okay.
Did they give you an idea of like how long the test is or how many questions?
No,
They're just like,
it'll
"Good luck."
probably be like 50 to 70 questions.
Okay.
So it shouldn't be too bad. But get that done. It's pretty much Thursday is going to be a busy day because I got to do that test. I got to do my regular work. Got to do our final pack test, pack sets.
I gotta unpack and put my. Well, actually, I've got to go test the new hammock.
Hell
Rip a hole in
yeah!
it before we go out.
Perfect. I'm gonna unpack everything and repack everything because I think if I fold my tarp into a square,
I think
I can
you
put it
could
at
get
the
in
bottom
back,
of
yeah.
the very bottom of my pack, and then put
Yeah.
everything else on top of it, and it only
Yeah.
take up a little bit of space.
Yeah, because it's not going to stack high if it's over the.
Yeah.
Did you already unpack all the MREs and shit?
No.
Oh, are you going to?
Oh, like unpack them out of the containers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And dude, they're so much smaller
Yeah, well, I'm sure.
just without the waterproof layer out there. And so I got to unpack a couple things, and then I got to make space for my drone because I forgot I have to bring that.
That's right.
I'm a drone
is it
boy.
heavy?
It's not heavy. It's just a
Okay.
little bulky.
If you can't fit that in anything, I'm more than likely gonna have room, but we'll find out. I haven't done clothes or anything.
That
I still gotta
sleeping
wash stuff
pad
tomorrow.
and sleeping pad and sleeping bag that you have are so small. I
So
want
tiny,
them.
Yeah, and I'm gonna bring my little sleeping pad pillow.
Yeah, the
Came
pillow
with
and the
mine,
eye
yeah.
mask. I'm bringing.
No, the eye mask I had on the couch. After I opened everything, I had everything just sitting on the couch, and our little dog fucking, she thought it was a toy.
Oh,
and I
no.
walked out there, and she's like biting. I was like, bitch,
No,
I need that. No, I don't. Like,
no, not at all.
just don't chew it up. Fuck.
I'm gonna bring earplugs.
Oh, yeah, you should.
Yeah.
You should definitely.
You're
bring
gonna.
that.
We don't need to bring bear spray or anything because at night no animals are going to bother us.
It's true. Yeah.
It's just gonna echo off the basin.
We won't have any campers that will stay nearby.
No, hell no.
Work for me.
Yeah.
I'll sleep well. Fuck
Oh, yeah.
everybody
I will
else.
too.
I don't care. Yeah.
I always sleep in earplugs. Well, I often sleep in earplugs. So
Really? I don't believe you.
yeah. When I was doing my clinicals, a lot I was doing that.
Oh yeah.
And then if I'm
because
gonna-
of your sleep schedule.
Yeah, and if I know I'm gonna sleep in a lot,
Yeah.
I'll do it because there's some dick asshole who rides an unregistered dirt bike up and down the road, and they rev it in front of our godforsaken house.
Yeah.
And they did it like 6 times today, and I was fucking gonna go out there and strangle
Such a-
them.
Such douches.
It's like they're wearing the wife beater with
Oh,
black
really?
gym shorts.
I've never seen them.
Me neither. I finally
But-
caught a glimpse because I was pissed.
Yeah.
And it's, if I'm gonna take a little nap for AJ's stupid little mental health, the fucking motorcycle gang shows up, and they're just gunning it up and down the road, and that's it. You can just hear them going up and up the road, turning around and shooting back down the road. So I thought, oh, maybe it's a kid, having fun.
it's just a grown
It's summer,
man.
it's whatever. It is a grown ass
I
man.
figured.
So this ginger fuck.
A piece of shit. Fuck him.
I'm so pissed off at that guy. It's because I've heard it for weeks.
Yeah.
But I finally caught a glimpse, and it just made it worse. Because if it was just like a kid, I'd be
Yeah.
like, okay, it's summer.
You're like, okay,
they're having
let him do his
fun,
thing.
whatever.
He'll pick the flowers out of our front yard when he
And
walks to
fucking
school.
ruin
in a-
them.
in
I'll
a month.
strangle that kid too.
It's probably one of his kids that does that.
Yeah, one of his parents.
Yeah. It's his sister that he's married to.
Yeah, so it's fucking yeah. I forgot where we were going with that, but I'm excited for the hiking trip. I'm so hype because I can basically not do my last week of homework for my online class.
Hell yeah.
I started my final project in that class, so it should be done. If I just do a couple every day, a couple little sections of it, I'll be done. I have to research, analyze, and critique a nursing research article. Super fun.
Fuck that. And for those of you that would like to join us, we're going to be going to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
So meet us on the north side of it on Friday the 18th at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
If
Yeah.
you'd like to
Actually,
join
meet
us.
us right in the bottom.
Yeah.
Quickest way, show up at 8:50 and jump off.
Yeah. Just hop down. Jump through the
Just
hole.
hop down, yeah.
It's in the little U shape that
You
somebody
know-
fell through.
My grandfather fell into the Grand Canyon once.
I don't believe you.
He did.
But he fell like 6 inches.
No, he fell like 20 feet
Jesus.
and busted up, I think, his leg.
God damn.
He's trying to get a nice picture. Seems just like him.
Is this the grandfather I met?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, it sounds like him. The other one sounds like him.
No. The one you've met is
He
way
wouldn't- he would have been ultra
He
cautious.
completely follows all of the rules to a T.
He would have been 30 feet away. And
Oh, yeah.
He would have ensured that he parked 100 feet from the nearest stop sign.
Yep. Make sure that he has his fire extinguisher.
He would have
His
turned
six-shooter.
turned his wheels.
Yeah, down, right,
Yeah.
up, left, right. Drool. And then, yeah, Jesus Christ, that dude. Love him. But good God, I've never met such a rule follower in my life. I don't know how my father and I are related to
You know,
him. I do not get it.
I believe it because I've seen all three of you at the same
Well,
time,
yeah.
and you're all identical. Like it's like
it's
looking
an age regression.
It's like
and
looking
progression.
at past, present, future.
Yeah.
It's
No,
interesting.
you're 100%. You're looking at those like FBI wanted posters where they have them younger, their current age, and then older.
No, you know what it looks like? It looks like one of those like evolution things from a monkey into like
yeah.
a human being.
Yeah, but
It's hilarious.
oh, it's fantastic. Yeah, genetically,
Yeah,
yeah.
you guys are identical, but
Seriously,
yeah,
I hope-
mentally not so much.
No, God,
he's
no.
out. He's out in left field.
dude, I hope that I can age with a head as full of hair as his is,
And a mustache.
and a mustache. Yeah,
Honestly,
holy shit, his mustache.
yeah. When I hit like
Damn.
50, I don't give a fuck. I'm growing a
doing that
mustache, and
mustache.
I'm gonna put Rogaine on it. Just like I
Hell
don't give
yeah.
a shit. It's going to be a
It's
thick
gotta be.
mustache.
Dude.
But yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I'm excited to go
yeah, I am too, dude.
camping. I'm thinking about it every day. It's my only escape.
I'm pumped.
Because then the next week is that dumb work conference that I
yeah.
complain about every single fucking year.
Yeah,
And then
school.
it just goes crazy. Yeah, and then
And then
the end
school
of term is
starts back
over,
up,
and now it's
yeah.
new term. And then, because I have it fucking twice as bad, because not only do I have new term for school, I also have new term for the school that I work for, and it's a bitch and a half.
Same time, yeah. that's
So
true.
I'm like scrambling to do the work, scrambling to do the homework.
Last semester you have to do both though.
Yeah. Fuck. If I pass.
You'll be
Nah, I'll
fine.
pass. I'll be
You'll be fine.
It's just annoying.
You gotta like honestly, you have a ton of really stupid fucking classmates. From all of this shit that you've told me
they're
behind their
definitely-
backs,
Yo, shut
you're
the
like,
fuck
oh,
up.
all those fucking idiots. Yeah.
No, just
like,
half
you'll
of them.
pass, yeah.
Just
if,
half
If
of
they
them.
grade on an average, you're gonna be fine.
Oh, they don't. They don't. That's the problem.
I'm just kidding.
If they did, other people would have some problems. Nah, about half of them are fine. No, they're all right. But, you know,
The ones that
the ones
don't-
who
the
listen to
don't-
this
ones who don't listen
they're stupid.
Yeah.
But the ones who do listen, hey,
they're dumb
fantastic.
as shit. Oh, I mean, they're smart
no,
too.
they're great. They're
good,
super
yeah.
smart.
They're
They
smart.
they actually are.
They
yeah.
will be successful.
They will be
I'm
successful.
not crossing my fingers or anything.
No, never. No, but I'm just ready. I'm ready. You know,
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
ready
dude,
to
I
be
don't blame you.
fucking done. Because this week is gonna be busy, as I was already saying.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
It'll be a good weekend though.
but now, yeah,
It'll be a really good weekend.
I gotta remind me to pack the booze.
Yeah. We also
Please.
should record on Thursday.
Yes, we do. We're gonna have to record on Thursday.
Just to throw another wrench into your
Yeah,
Thursday
exactly.
plans.
Another fucking busy Thursday because we gotta leave at like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably 6 a.m.
I think it's fair.
Because then
We're going to the Grand Canyon.
We're
and
going to
that's
the
a
Grand
long
Canyon. That's a
drive, yeah.
13-hour drive. No, we'll get there and be able to hike. And if we were normal people, we'd be there by lunch. But we're not. So we'll be there by
I'm a
early
normal
afternoon.
person. I just also carry 200 pounds of fat. So-
Exactly. Yeah. So a little slower, but we can get there early afternoon, have an early dinner, take a nap if you want,
Oh,
go
there will
on
be
a little
plenty of
walk.
naps had.
Oh yeah. Once everything's set up,
Sleeping until 3 on Saturday. Falling
yeah,
asleep
no.
at 5 for a midday nap. Going to bed at 9 p.m. It's going to be a good Saturday up
perfect.
there.
That's all you need.
That's a
I'm gonna
camping
eat
Saturday.
2,400 calories of MREs.
In the 2 hours that I'll be
In that
awake.
2 hour, yeah, exactly. That's my standard hourly
Yeah.
intake for being awake, so that's perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Hell
no,
yeah.
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm thinking about bringing a book, but I don't know what. I probably won't read it. I'll be honest.
Yeah, we'll probably end up just talking the whole time.
No, I'm gonna say I gotta go take a shit, and I'll be gone for the whole day, like
That's fair.
12
Yeah,
hours.
do your thing. Just keep your whistle on you.
Yeah, keep your whistle.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you guys will hear about it a week after we've
Yeah.
been back.
When once we've recovered.
Yeah,
No, we could record that and just do a whole.
we could. Yeah,
I'll find a bunch of stories of how people have died on camping trips,
yeah. there you
and then we'll tell our story and then those
go.
stories.
Let's record it on Monday.
Yeah.
We'll figure
Nah,
something
fuck
out.
that. But yeah, we'll
But
figure it out.
yeah, it'll be cool. All right, so
All right,
we're gonna
what
hop
you
into the
got? So
episodes.
sorry for wasting your
Yeah.
time, but
I mean, pretty standard. 15
cheese
minute
fair,
intro. No, the Goose Fair.
Goose
So,
Fair of Cheesenberg or whatever.
Yeah. So the Goose Fair itself it's been going on for about 1,000 years now,
Holy shit!
which
there have been-
sounds preposterous.
That's
right?
ridiculous because the U.S. government hasn't been around for 2,000 years.
Yeah, I know.
And birds
so
didn't exist
wild.
before
Yeah.
them.
And humans have only been around for 600.
600? Is it 600 now?
No,
God damn.
No, it's
They're really
just
moving
whatever,
those goalposts.
Whatever dumb shit Q's figuring out to change.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's held at the start of every October. It used to be held on the 21st of September, which was like the change of the season, like
And
the
then global
end of,
warming.
the end of harvest and everything. But they moved it back in I think it was like 1755 or some shit. I don't know. But this event, it's like the Goose Fair has only been canceled a total of 4 times that are documented in that 1,000 year.
Damn.
Date. And so the first cancellation was in 1646. Do you know why it was canceled?
Good year. A plague.
Yes.
Yeah.
The bubonic plague was
yeah.
the reason they canceled it for the first time. The next 2 were World War I and World War II.
Yeah,
they canceled
that
during
makes
those.
sense.
The last one during the COVID pandemic.
All right, that checks out.
Four very valid cancellations. It doesn't fucking matter what's going on unless the whole world is shut down.
Yeah, everything
the
else
Goose
will
Fair
happen.
happens in Nottingham. So, yeah, super, super long-standing tradition. And it's considered to have started with the Saxons, like as far back as like 208 or 200 BC or AD. Jesus Christ, 200 AD. But they don't have any confirmation of it. Like, yeah, we could say, oh yeah, it started like 1,800 years ago, but
yeah,
it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like set in stone. It was mainly just as migration moved into that area, they would hold little like farmers markets.
Yeah, just
shit,
a couple
right?
chumps get together, drink their booze at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of harvest, celebrate it out.
Sell everything that they can and call it a year. So. It actually gained, let's see, the earliest record of its existence, was 1164 was the first time it was documented, but people are like, it definitely went on before that. So in 1164, that was like its, we'll call it official start date.
That was its quinceañera.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And then it gained the Goose Fair title in 1541 because it was already an established tradition with nearly 20,000 geese that were walked to that area.
Okay, I was going to ask, like, where did the geese go into this? Because it's like an end-of-season end of harvest thing, but then geese?
Yeah, so they
just get rounded
they get
up and
their goose
genocided?
gaggles, their
gaggles
of geese.
They're ganders.
They gaggle them along over to Nottingham, and yeah, like I said, gaggle them. Like I said, it averages back then. It averaged about 20,000 geese. I have no idea what it is.
That's
now.
a lot of geese. It's probably safe to say it's probably closer to
2 billion geese.
2 billion geese. The streets are littered with shit.
Right. So, way back then, what they would do is because, like, you can't just fucking walk geese on roads for miles and miles and miles at a time. They're little fucking...
Their feet might get
Yeah,
hot.
they're
little flippers.
Flippers would
That's
get
not what they're
hot,
called.
get
I can't
scratched up,
remember.
whatever. These bad boys are used to flying or swimming,
Yeah,
right?
not on asphalt. Come on, at least give them a dirt road.
Not even asphalt. We're just talking, like, dirt roads and shit.
Yeah. I mean, just let them fly.
So
yeah.
what was standard is they would hold the geese and they would dip their little flippers into a mixture of tar and sand and basically put
little
shoes on them so that they could walk these long
You
distances.
could hear them from a mile away.
Yeah,
It's like
'cause they're
clump,
just
clump, clump.
screaming.
It sounds, yeah, well, that too. But there's also
tarred and feathered.
tarred and feathered geese. How do you like it? No, they it sounds like a herd of horses because their shoes just clicking.
Clop, 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 clop. So yeah, eventually more and more horse tradesmen got involved. And fucked up the ratio of horse to goose.
Ah, those fuckers. Did they try to make it a horse festival?
Yeah, they tried
Horses
to make it a
have
horse
had it
fair.
too good for too long.
For real, dude.
Bring the geese back.
But the name remains the same. It's still
Okay,
the Goose
good.
Fair. So now that we have the history of the Nottingham Goose Fair out of the way,
why do they do it just to like sell stuff and celebrate?
So originally it was used as like, imagine a farmer's market, but it was around the same time that they would be moving all of the geese south and be migrating them via
To eat?
So they'd use them for trade. Obviously, they would sell them for people to butcher them. Some people would be like, "Oh, I want to get into the goose trade,
The gander
and
trade.
so so they'd buy a bunch as well, start a goose farm, whatever.
All right, so it's just the entire.
It was just the timing of it lined up with
It's like moving your
ending.
cows.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like there's a place in Brigham City. They do one, or Jesus Christ, yeah, Brigham City, Utah. I don't give a fuck. Dox me.
We're not
where
there.
they do a ton
not
of
there.
they do a bunch of like a lamb walk down Main Street.
I mean, they don't do that.
Sheep lamb? I don't
sim-
fucking. The
They
same
don't
thing.
give a fuck. They're not doing it because they need to actually move
no.
them. They're doing it because they're grasping at their roots as if they have culture, which they definitely do not.
No,
but
they don't. Not in that fucking shithole town.
Fuck no.
And if you're from there, go fuck yourself. So now that we have all of that out of the way, we're gonna go to the 18th century.
Okay. 1700s. Let's
Yep.
go.
So Britain wins the 7-Year War. Now I'm not
After
gonna
losing the Revolutionary
War.
War.
No.
Or
this
before.
This is before.
It's before.
7-Year
That's against the
War
French?
itself. It involved most of the nations in Europe. Britain and France obviously being like the two heads of the whole thing.
Yeah. Fuckers.
But pretty much every single nation was involved. Went on for 7 years. Britain ended up winning, and everyone was like, okay, cool, go fuck yourself. So Britain ended up, in a way, also losing.
Yeah.
A lot of other European powers were like, hey, we're not going to send goods your way. Get fucked. Like,
Yeah.
forget
Doesn't matter.
about it.
Doesn't matter that you won the war. We're not opening our trade to you, bitch.
Exactly. So they cut trade routes and everything. And Britain relied very, very heavily on imported goods during this time.
Oh yeah, they're a trade like.
Oh yeah, trade
the center
hub.
of trade basically for the world.
Yeah.
You know, they make so
and
much
when
money doing that
when
shit.
they get fucking bypassed, things go south quick.
Oh yeah, I've played Victoria 3. I know exactly how that works.
So this leads to a major food scarcity in Britain during this time.
Oh shit, they don't have any beans.
Yeah, right. Shit. Maybe they should have tried growing some.
Damn.
Maybe they should try rice.
Maybe they shouldn't have forced all their satellite countries to export their own fucking what's that called? Agricultural goods.
Shouldn't live on a fucking island, losers.
Yeah, which eventually leads to multiple famines across the world, including the potato famine.
Grand.
Yeah.
So yeah, this leads to a major food scarcity. You have so many people to feed, but now you can't even afford to get like fucking tomatoes sent over. I don't know what the fuck sent at this time, but
Beans.
you don't get any fucking food sent in.
Wheat.
Now, because of the food scarcity,
Tea.
yeah,
The essential food.
yeah, the three things that Britain needs: bread, beans, tea.
Perfect. Hey.
Crumpets, beans, tea.
Yeah.
That's it.
I've had an English breakfast. That's accurate.
Right. So prices skyrocket, obviously. Inflation hits, and merchants aren't seeing their profits go as high as they did the year prior.
Oh yeah.
So they kick up their prices so that they can make up that difference. Fuck you for doing that.
Yeah, pretty much. Every company right now.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Every company forever.
This episode hits home.
Yeah. Beans, bread, tea, corporate greed. Damn.
So specifically in 1766, not 1776, 1766, it hits a hell of a lot harder because it's a terrible year for crop.
Even better.
Most of the farmers are getting like 50% of their crop yield. It's just a shit year. And this is 3 years after they've won the war. So now they're hitting their third year of being blacklisted by trade routes. Britain is fucking struggling, and people are not happy about it.
So I want to jump in here and and talk about the Revolutionary War a little bit. Even though that's 10 years in the future, right? Something like that. Yeah, something like that. They, a lot of Americans are like, fuck yeah, we were these small colonies. We pulled ourselves up by our bootstraps, and then we wrecked this huge nation. That huge nation, yes, huge, was getting fucked before then.
Yeah.
Had been fucked by multiple wars before then. Yeah. And at the same time as the Revolutionary War, also had their forces split. We didn't do shit.
Yeah.
We did not do shit. And we're across a fucking ocean when there are sailing ships.
And the people that left were religious nutcases.
Oh, yeah.
To clarify.
Oh, yeah. The original settlers were all fucking Quakers who got kicked out of Europe because they were so religiously fucking crazy. It's no wonder the nation is exactly... This really is hitting close to home.
Yeah, it's
no
like
wonder this nation has this fucking crazy conservative party who's trying to turn this into their interpretation of what Christianity means, which is made up itself.
I got you on a good day.
Sorry.
Hell yeah.
I'm on it.
You're good.
So yeah, we didn't do shit. It's easy to win a war when it takes fucking 4 months to get news back and forth to move, troops along.
You gotta move it across a fucking Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, and then you show up and you cannonball them a little bit. They're not gonna want to show up.
Yeah.
I was on this ship for how long and I'm getting shot at?
What the Turn
fuck?
it around.
We're
Turn
going
it
home.
around.
Yeah, and then
And then on top of that, you figure a lot of the people, like Britain itself, was already in a really shitty situation.
Exactly.
This is only 10 years before these people. I mean, they left well before 1776. 1776 is just when they signed the independence.
Yeah.
So all of this shit was going on.
Didn't they declare independence and then go to war? Why the fuck can't I remember this?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going with yes. We'll find out later in the show.
In 2 minutes.
Stay tuned and you'll find out which came first, the Declaration of Independence or the Revolutionary War.
Okay. Google says it started 1775 and ended 1783.
Okay.
Damn, that's a long time.
It's the same time. So we were right.
We were right, yeah.
We were right and wrong.
No, we were definitely right.
Bad fucking year in the UK for crops, or not in the UK, sorry, in just Britain for crops, in 1766. And as the food shortages became more and more regular, local merchants and even merchants from neighboring towns saw all of this as an opportunity to line their pockets via price gouging. Obviously. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
of course.
Obviously.
Hey, it's not an episode unless we're talking with our hands and hitting the microphone.
I hit the fucking microphone. Yeah. And this leaves more and more people furious and fucking hungry as shit. So, the first week of October rolls around. It's Goose Fair time, baby.
Yeah, hey,
it's time to...
You know what you need to get your mind off all the recession? Let's have a pizza party. Sorry, a Goose Fair.
Goose with shoes melted onto their feet.
Fuck yeah.
Honk, honk,
dude,
baby.
I would pay good money to see 20,000 geese with little shoes on.
With little shoes.
Stomping around.
Little tar boots.
Hell yeah. I would pay good money to see that.
We
should go to that.
Site. Oh, while I was making this, I was like, AJ's wife is going to want to see this. So we're going to have to plan a trip to Nottingham now.
Yeah, just in this time period. And we'll use all of we'll only do carry-ons, but it'll only be loaded with my laptop and the microphones and the condenser and all that stuff. And then we'll go set up, do a podcast, go see the geese, and we're set.
You won't be able to hear us over all like the...
Yeah, you just hear clap, clap,
over
clap, clap.
An official number, 2 billion geese
2
that are
billion
there.
Geese that are there.
So, yeah. It's fucking Goose Fair time. People are excited.
Let your hair down,
They're like,
relax.
we get to load up on food for potentially the entire winter. It's going to be a good time. Who doesn't love a fair, right?
Yeah, who doesn't love affairs?
Yeah. So, the Lincolnshire merchants, by the way, the villains of the story.
Oh, really? No.
Yeah.
The price gouging assholes.
Those Lincolnshire merchants.
The stand-ins for the large corporations that we're facing today. This is all an allegory.
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
This
is fiction.
They set up their Goose booth on day one. Yeah. You better believe I wrote that in. Goose
I
booth.
believe that you put that in.
So,
and you laughed to yourself a little bit.
October 2nd, day one, they set up, and everyone that's walking through the fair, looking at the different booths, checking out all the different shops, warehouses, they're noticing that there's just an utter lack of vegetables everywhere.
You don't say.
However, there is a very, very substantial amount of cheese that's available. The only problem is, and I mean, this is like imagine cheese is like double in stock. Like
that sounds amazing.
Every place has cheese. Every booth has cheese.
I see how that would get boring.
But at the same time, it
quickly.
also makes sense why cheese is back on the menu, boys, because
Geese milk.
yeah, you can milk your wife and make cheese.
Yeah, it's
So
cheaper.
much easier than if you have a bad crop
Yeah,
year.
especially if your baby died during the famine.
Yeah, grind it up, throw it in there for filler. Fuck it.
Perfect. And,
Call
hey,
it pepper jack.
Hey, now we're talking British cuisine.
Yeah. So, the only problem is, like, you would think, oh my God, bro, there's cheese at every fucking stall. All of the cheese is going to be different. It's all
That's what I'm thinking. Like,
it's all going to be homemade, locally grown cheese.
Locally
oh
grown.
my God, I'm going to.
fresh off the vine.
Yeah.
You got aged cheddar. You got young cheddar. You got American cheese slices.
Yeah.
You got.
I don't know about American
you
cheese
got some
slices.
Velveeta.
That's about 10 years too early.
You got some Velveeta. You got some Monterey Jack. I'm running out of cheese names. I know
There
cheese
you
names,
go.
but I'm on the spot.
That's plenty. You got
All
it.
right.
You got it. That covered
Feta?
your massive, expansive cheese
Feta?
knowledge. Yeah.
Parm.
Bunch of feta. Yeah.
I got to look up Gavin,
Yeah.
the cheese guy.
The cheese man. Check him out on YouTube, by the way.
He's awesome.
If you like cheese, he's
Even if you don't like cheese,
sweetheart little old man.
you will love cheese after
Yeah,
this.
yeah. He will make you
The
want to
passion
make cheese.
that he has to make cheese that he can't eat
he's the
for
best.
6 years or six months to a year is crazy.
And I'm telling you, every time I suggest a YouTube channel, it's always a winner, isn't it? When I send them to you, they nail it. I don't suggest them often, but when I do. So yeah, cheese all over the place, but it's not getting bought up because it is double the fucking price that it's been every other year.
Okay, that is insanity because there's so much cheese that should drive the prices down.
It is a 100% markup.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
If there's supply and demand is supposed to work. Obviously, it doesn't because, capitalism, blah, blah, blah. But supply and demand, you have a high supply, the demand goes down, the price goes down.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem to be happening here with these, the Lincolnshire.
Lincolnshires.
The Lincolnshire
Yeah, Lincolnshire merchants. Yeah.
Did they collude?
This isn't
Did
just
they,
one.
Do they have a monopoly?
So the Lincolnshires are only one of the merchants that are at this town.
Okay.
There are people from like fucking all over the I don't know, Canterbury sounds like a British place. Manchester,
Yorkshire.
Drury. I don't
fucking know.
None of those are real.
No, we made those up. In fact, England doesn't exist.
Yeah, Britain isn't a real place. So yeah, there are a ton of merchants from like neighboring towns. Lincolnshires, however, are the ones that we're going to talk about a little bit later in the show. So everybody has cheese. Everybody's kicked up their prices, and if they haven't, when they arrived, they're scratching out the first number and changing it so that their prices are competitive with the guy next to them.
Ah, so they're
The reason being,
going
the
up.
reason that the prices are higher is because these merchants go, well, I had such a major loss in crop. This is the only way I'm going to make up that difference. If I can't sell 14 million carrots this time, then I'm going to kick up my cheese prices so that I cover that lost income. It's fucked, and people are not happy about it. So the people that are buying cheese, like you show up with like, I don't know what the fuck they call that, pence. You show up with like 10 pence or 10 quid. You're going to walk away with half as much food as you have the year before because now cheese is double in price and that's the only fucking thing you can buy.
Yeah, because there are no other options.
Yeah,
this is like Bitcoin.
It's fucking terrible. It's like Amazon.
This is like buying at the top, at the peak price of Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's fucked. So, yeah, these people that are buying cheese are like, okay, I guess this is what will carry me through the next couple of months until we figure out what the fuck we're going to do or starve. So people are pissed off. And that first day, Lincolnshire arrives and they're setting up their shop. They send out a couple people, oh, hey, go look at prices, go look and see what everybody else is selling. Come back, we'll see what we can adjust. They realize that everyone has cheese, right? Yeah. They're like, everybody's shitting out cheese. And they come up with one of the most evil plans of like all... This is worse than the Holocaust. Like, this is the most evil plan that we'll ever talk about in this show.
You buy up all the cheese and then double it again.
You're right that they do buy up all the cheese.
No, they do?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's half as much cheese. So
they go around and they buy up as like literally thousands of thousands of kilos of cheese.
Hundreds of kilos
hundreds
of cheese.
Of thousands of billions of kilos of cheese. And instead of putting it on their shelves, they're not going to sell it straight back to their competitors because their competitors would do the same thing. So instead, they load it into one of their carts and they say, we'll sell it at the next town for double the markup price. What the fuck is anybody else going to do?
I was close.
Yeah. So they price gouge the shit out of it, man.
And they just go to the next town and say, all right, now it's twice as much.
So, yeah. They're like, okay, cool. We'll charge people double as much at the next town. We're going to make up so much more money in our lost crop. We're going to be major profitable. And what the fuck are people going to do?
This is worse than Holodomor.
Yeah.
This is worse than the Great Leap Forward.
I told you, it's worse than the Holocaust, man. So, yeah, they've got their plans set in stone. They've got like 3 fucking carts of cheese. The only problem is
nobody's gonna pay that fucking shit.
Oh, no one's gonna pay it, but word gets out. Because as they're talking about it, people are walking past, looking at prices, and they hear, oh, yeah, we'll just double the price at the next... Oh, we'll double the price at the next town. Yeah, mate, that's a great idea.
Then we'll go to the next town, double it again. Oh, I went a little Australian Southern. Shut the fuck up. I got a tickle in my throat, and it just did not pay off. Kind of screwed. Oi! That's all I know.
Yeah. We'll double the price at the next town. We'll be all right. So, these people hear these the fucking cheddars, mate. Everybody in 1766, Britain is a pirate, so deal with it.
Yeah. Or a small English boy.
Right.
But what if I can't afford the cheese?
May I please have some more, sir?
May I have some more cheese? A nice sharp cheddar.
A local woman eavesdrops, typical, probably named Sarah
Lucy.
or something. She passes it along and
to the next town. Or?
Yeah, no, just to fucking
anybody who will listen.
She gossips to her neighbor. She talks to it about it to her son, her husband, everybody.
It's like, oh, these guys.
Word gets around.
These guys, fucking, they're price gouging.
They're doubling price during a fucking famine.
They're doubling the double.
Yeah. Or quadrupling a price during a famine. And a local gang hears about it. And so within less than an hour, little gang walks up to the Lincolnshire merchants and
beat the shit out of them.
They say, "Hey, what you doing with all that fucking cheese, huh?" And Lincolnshire's like, "Oh, we bought it. We're just doing our own plan with it." And a small gang goes, "Well,
you mean our cheese?
Yeah. You mean the cheese that was never available to locals that you bought before they even opened the doors to the fair.
Fuckers.
And Lincolnshire goes, whoa, 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 whoa. We didn't mean to tread on your fucking your land, mate. So Lincolnshire kind of starts to like back up. They're like, hey, whoa, we bought it. It was there. It was up.
Yeah,
We're
like,
welcome to
it was for
purchase
sale.
it. And these locals are just like, yeah, this is our town's fair, and you're gonna buy everything up and just fucking take it to the next place.
Go to the
like,
next
what the
place?
fuck is wrong with
That
you?
is really shitty. That's like going to like a beer fest.
Yeah.
And some company bought all the beer and went like a state over.
And then they say, hey, in 2 weeks, we're going to have our own beer fest with this beer.
It's
going
gonna
to
be twice as much.
And it's going to cost 10 times as much.
Yeah. And
Like,
it's all,
go
and all the
fuck
beer's going to
yourself.
be skunked
Yeah,
too.
exactly. Except
like,
the
what the
cheese will
fuck?
probably
The
be better.
cheese will be
in
better,
the next
but,
town.
yeah.
It'll justifiably go up double in price because of the time that it ages.
Yeah. It takes 10 years to get to the next fucking town.
So yeah, what do you think this gang's response is when these guys are like, well, it's all fair. You snooze, you lose, buddies. What do you think the gang does?
Are they closer to like the...
We're in fucking Nottingham.
Okay. So I'm thinking like a Peaky Blinders-esque, even though
I
they
would-
weren't English.
Yeah, and that's
They're-
also,
they're Irish,
160 years after this.
But I'm thinking it's Tiny Tim, but he's got a little knife at the bottom of that fucking that stick that he's got, and they're
Just
gonna
to-
kick the shit out
Just
of him.
imagine George Washington's dad, what he would be doing.
But also poor,
Growing a cherry tree, I would assume.
yeah, which
But
never happened.
really poor and really fucking
Really
hungry.
poor. So they're not gonna be. They're definitely the. What's the guy's name in A Christmas Carol? Not the
Tiny
rich guy.
Tim.
Not that
the
his dad.
Ghost of Christmas Present.
No, the dad. What's his name?
I don't know.
Fuck.
It's been forever since I watched the Muppets Christmas movie. All
Right?
right, I don't fucking remember.
Well, the dad, Tiny Tim's dad.
Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, Kermit the Frog with the fingerless gloves, but not for style, but because they've fallen off. Scrounging for a bit of
Because
coal.
they used to be good gloves, but he's worn them down to the first knuckle.
Yeah, he's worn them down knuckle deep. I'm guessing that glove is not going to be fingerless for long, if you catch my drift.
So their response, they start breaking the wheels of the cart. They go, okay, take this to the next
All right,
town.
yeah, take this, bitch.
They start fucking kicking and
Hell
breaking
yeah.
the wheels.
Good old wooden
They
spoked
start,
wheels.
like, I would assume, just snapping geese necks. Like I like
Yeah,
to
just out of
imagine.
spite.
I like to imagine these guys start breaking the wheels, and one goes over, and he just starts grabbing
Just
geese
grabs
by the
one.
head and just swings it around his head, and then throws it. Swings it around. Just
Hey,
he hears a crack, and he's like, "Cool, on to the next. You got 20 million of these left.
They
Fuck
get a
you."
wheel of cheese and they bite through the wax, take a bite, and then crack it over their knees.
Rub it in the dirt.
Yeah, they tear it like a phone book with Power Team.
Fucking cheese side in the dirt.
There's definitely "We're Not Gonna Take It" blasting in the background.
Oh, yeah, dude. This is where that song started.
Yeah, that was the origin.
So yeah, they start breaking everything. People are nearby seeing what's going on, and these guys aren't just quietly like,
No, they're like, "Oi, fuck off!"
no,
You cunts!
yeah, they're breaking the wheels. They're like, hey, these motherfuckers are buying up all the food to sell to the next town, and word gets out
Hell yeah.
more. Suddenly, there are crowds coming in. People are starting to throw rocks at the Lincolnshire merchants. People are crowding around, and multiple people are beating the shit out of these Lincolnshire merchants. It's
Yeah.
getting fucking crazy. And then,
It's the did you ever play Assassin's Creed 2?
unfortunately, no.
Your girlfriend would know what I'm talking about. But there's this street fight in the beginning that you're involved in, and it's just like street urchins in Italy
Oh,
beating the
Jesus.
shit out of each other, throwing rocks and shit. It's exactly that's what I
Inspired by
imagine.
this event.
Yeah, inspired by this event, despite happening
Yeah.
200 years before it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something like that.
Yeah, that's when they made the game, was in the 1400s.
Yeah, the game was made in the 1400s.
So, yeah.
Ubisoft.
Yeah,
Antique.
Ubisoft of Montreal, 1400s Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, people start getting pissed at these guys, but then they start to realize all of the other merchants are charging double for cheese. So why are we just beating up the Lincolnshire merchants?
Yeah, they just tried to take advantage of the shitty situation.
They were being dicks, but everybody else that's a merchant
Let's go
here
steal some
also
fucking
being a
cheese.
fucking douche.
Dude, imagine if you had the digestive tract of an Englishman in the mid 1700s.
I would have never been able to have a cheesy gordita crunch.
That's true.
That
I
would
wouldn't.
kill me.
I would never want to do that. But I would never want to go back in time like that. But imagine you had that, like metabolism, that GI tract, and then you get an entire wheel of cheese for free.
Yeah.
Dude, you could eat for the rest of your fucking life.
And then imagine also getting another wheel of cheese and breaking it over at a merchant's head.
Yeah.
Like,
amazing.
wait, that makes the first wheel of cheese
Ooh,
even tastier.
It's gonna taste so good.
So, yeah, fucking riot breaks out.
Fuck
Everyone's going crazy. People are stealing fucking cheese left and right.
I would. I'd
So-
just go in.
oh, fuck yeah.
I'd be like those protests where that Target got lit on fire or whatever, and there's just that dude with the Lego.
Yeah, just
That's
fucking
me.
yeah,
That's me.
Yeah, 100%. So, yeah, an entire fucking cargo boat filled with cheese. People swarm it, like are shaking it and shit, and the merchant
They're
that's on
rocking
it,
it
yeah,
like a cop
they're
car.
rocking it. They're grabbing wheels of cheese and throwing them ashore, and the merchant is like I'll lower the price, half the price, and they're still just fucking
Yeah,
rocking,
it's too late.
throwing
It's
everything
too
off.
late.
He's like, you can take all my money, it's free, and they're like, oh, it was already free.
It was already free, bitch.
They almost fucking capsize his fucking merchant boat. They throw all of his stuff off. Like, the dude may have a couple dollars left in his pocket, but now he's totally fucked.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
People will remember him next
Right?
season. You know.
the police get involved and try to start making
What the fuck can they
arrests.
do?
Oh, nothing.
Oh yeah. Let me go home and get my flintlock.
Right?
Oh.
There's so many people that are fighting back. The police show up with like their bully clubs and
yeah,
shit.
they're fucking short
And,
sticks of wood.
People are like, these are mobs of people just pushing them down,
Yeah.
like, go fuck yourself. It's also really fucking hard to get within the crowd because
Cheese
the cheese
everywhere.
that isn't being stolen is being thrown and rolled down the
Fuck
road.
Yeah, dude. Wheels of cheese.
Amazing.
Is that's how I want to go.
Throwing this shit at like fucking Mach 10
down
at
a
a
hill.
police officer. Oh
Fuck
my God, I can
yeah.
only get so erect.
Yeah. God.
So, yeah, an entire warehouse of cheese is attacked. And these guys
There's
are
just bite
basically
marks
like,
out of it.
imagine, yeah, right? These are like, they knew what they were getting up to because they already have a group of dudes that are armed. Like,
Hell yeah.
they filled up the warehouse and like, okay, people are going to be pissed, so make sure we've got like everyone has at least one flintlock rifle, like what?
Yeah.
So that we can shoot
If you're
exactly how
fancy.
many people minus 6.
Yeah.
Like,
We gotta have a saber maybe.
yeah, right.
But mostly sticks.
So yeah, all these guys in this warehouse are armed, all these cheese merchants. And
Do they get word of the cheese?
oh, people are
of
already
the- of
rushing
the
in
riots?
and they're
Oh,
fucking
they just
fighting
starting.
people off, slicing off hands and shit. People are taking cheese.
They're beating people off.
Oh yeah, they're
for their
fucking
cheese.
shooting people for their cheese, and somebody ends up like just stealing a fuck ton. I imagine they like hop onto a horse that's connected to a cart filled with
Yeah.
cheese, and they're like, "Ha!"
It's like a
ha!"
Skyrim
Yeah.
horse cart.
Yeah, takes off into the fucking woods, and it ends up going to like this fucking castle down the road because
Fuck yeah.
the dudes in the warehouse, their shit is destroyed. They're like, all right, well, whatever. But we know there's one cart somewhere. So this warehouse of dudes wanders around the town, knocking on doors, and they're like, where's our fucking cheese?
What are they
Looking
gonna
for
do?
these perpetrators.
Jesus.
They end up finding out that these dudes took it to a castle.
Hell yeah.
So they reach out to the, like, more or less the chief of police, and they're like, we need a warrant to go into that castle. Because apparently in 1766 Britain, they have warrants.
But who owned the castle? Was this like
I think
occupied or
I
like-
think it was like partially like it was like deemed a historical site more or less. And the police chief is like, "Do you see what the fuck is going on at the Goose Fair? I don't have time to file for a fucking warrant.
I'm not gonna go in front of a fucking
to
judge.
find a cart of cheese. Get this fucking
fuck
report
yourself.
out of my
Goddamn.
face." So these guys are like, all right, whatever, we'll take it into our own hands and just go crazy, which causes more problems with police. And just overall, it's just massive citizen outrage, and merchants are fucking terrified. So they start this group of dudes start detaining people in town. They're like, oh, they were rioting at the town. They just fucking like hold them hostage more or less until police can come and get them. And
Citizens arrest!
Yeah.
Citizens arrest!
Oh, my
Did
headphones. No, my headphones just died. It's
Oh,
all good.
no.
So these, like, everybody goes fucking crazy. And the citizens are just like, okay, cool. If the merchants are going to come after us, then we're going to go after them fucking tenfold, right?
Yeah.
And
Oh, now they're citizen arresting people. I'm coming back at them with some pocket sand.
oh no,
like,
they start making blockades in
Fuck
the exits in the streets. They're like, okay, if you're going to come after us, you're not getting out of town
Yeah.
until we take everything off your
yeah,
cards.
we were gonna let you leave with at least your wallet, but now we're gonna beat the shit out of you first.
So the mayor shows up and he's like gets ready. He's running down the street trying to get to a place to like speak to everybody, do this grandiose speech to get everyone to calm down. While he's walking up to this stand, somebody just like fucking perfect cheese wheel launches it down the street, bounces down the street, boom, 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 knocks the mayor over, and he's down for the count.
Fuck yeah.
Mayor is fucking out. He gets up. Next day, he's like, this is bullshit. I'm fucking finished.
I'm going to Cabo.
This is it. And he reaches out to when I say local militia, this is not like
the town.
This isn't like your uncle's fucking like QAnon
Your uncle's what is it?
motorcycle
Patriot
club.
something.
Yeah. No, this is like a Britain sponsored, like they sent the army
It's
reside
kind
in
of
the
like
town.
a National Guard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
closer to National Guard.
he reaches out to pretty much the National Guard and he says, hey, we've got a big fucking problem here. And the National Guard goes, don't worry. They load up their muskets.
We got it.
They load up their flintlocks. They get
their little uniforms, and they
get their little sabers, put their cute little top hats
shine up their
on.
buttons.
Yeah, hop on their horses, and they say, we'll have this solved within the day. They head out, and on their way to the fair, yeah, right, on their way to the fair, they see this guy. I wrote his name down. Let's see.
Cheesy McGillicuddy.
Almost.
Oh.
William Eggleston.
Oh my God.
So
That is the most British name.
I know. So William is
They call him Eggsy.
He's walking down the street and he's leading a horse that's connected to a cart filled with cheese, right?
Hell yeah.
And the local militia, the National Guard, they're called the 15th Dragoons.
Oh, fuck yeah.
They sound like assholes.
Yeah,
So,
they do.
The Dragoons show up.
There you go.
And they see this guy walking a fucking cart full of cheese, and they're like, hey, you, stop. And the twist is, this is William's cheese. William is a cheese merchant. He had been at the fair, and he was like, this shit is crazy. I'm going to take my cheese. I'm going to go home. I'll sell it at the next one. This is not worth, like, losing all of my cheese and my life over just to make a couple bucks. Fuck that. So he's headed out. He's like, nope, no thanks.
Crazy how it was only one merchant who came to that conclusion. Actually, that makes sense.
The Dragoons handle this in the most American way possible.
Oh my God, of course they do.
They ride up on their horses and just blast this motherfucker's head off.
Wait, they do?
They
just
literally just shoot and kill him.
What the fuck?
Because they thought he was stealing the cart of cheese. Because he's sneaking because he's trying not to get attacked
by the mob.
But instead, he gets attacked by the National Guard.
The National Guard shows up, blasts this dude, and is now expected to quell a riot.
Blows his fucking brains out, and they're like, "Okay, cool. I guess we'll just continue."
And then they look at the cart.
On to the fair.
No, they look at the cart, and each cheese is stamped property of of William Egg Boy, and
it's his face is carved into it, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, shit. Well, at least we blasted his face off.
Anybody want some cheese?
Yeah. No one will know it was his. Okay, we're good.
Jesus.
So yeah, it ends up that the dragoons, in a way, help because word gets out that they just fucking slaughtered some dude outside the fair. So people are like, okay, we're gonna chill out. The merchants that are in the fair to get out of the town require military escort, like armed military escorts to get out. And the biggest thing is that word gets to nearby towns what happened, and nearby towns are like, oh, they're gonna charge 4 times the price they did in Nottingham here. Okay, all right,
come on over.
So as these merchants go from fair to fair and town to town, they're running into more and more cheese riots as they go.
Hell
These
yeah.
people are like,
So it's
okay,
just
cool,
spreading.
get fucked, yeah. So people show up, their cheese gets stolen, rolled down the street at a mayor or a cop or two.
National Guard shows up, blasts a dude, starts all over.
Yeah, exactly. The cycle continues. One town even like they tried burning down a fucking windmill.
Holy shit.
7 towns in total had to involve their local army, their National Guard. And the only one death was recorded, and it was fucking William.
No!
The world's most unlucky man.
You will be avenged when the class warfare begins.
So, in 2016, so I should say everything kind of petered out over the next couple of days as cheese was destroyed and the cheese stock was thrown to waste or stolen. People couldn't really be angry about cheese anymore as fairs kind of tied up and ended.
They probably also lowered their prices so as to not be gutted in the middle of the night. Because, one recorded death, that doesn't mean people aren't getting stabbed in alleyways.
Oh, yeah.
Like, come on.
No, they're just saying it's
no, they all died of infection
death,
2 weeks later.
Yeah, it was sepsis they died of. It's totally unrelated.
Completely unrelated to the gut wound with a cheese knife.
So yeah, the whole push for cheaper cheese and more food kind of peters out. And in 2016, the mayor of Nottingham celebrated the 250th anniversary of the cheese riots by holding an event alongside a local cheese shop.
Hell yeah.
There are photos of him in like his full like Lord Mayor garb, which
he's
is
got
like
the necklace.
Yeah, he's got the big ass necklace and everything. And he's like posing like, and 2 of the cheese shop workers are rolling cheese
I was just gonna say,
towards him. It's kind of a fun thing.
It needs to be a cheese like rolling competition.
They actually, I found one that it was called the cheese roller, but it was an art competition instead of like rolling cheese.
No, I want $50 to $150 rolls of cheese, wheels of cheese being rolled down hills towards people.
Right. But yeah, now the town, justifiably so, celebrates the cheese riots of
the time the
1776.
class warfare was successful.
Yeah.
You gotta win those.
If you go to a farmer's market and cheese
I
has
swear
been
that was a thing.
doubled in price, break their fucking kneecaps and get someone named William shot in the face.
I swear there was a thing where a bunch of people ran down a hill and then there were wheels of cheese dropped.
There was, and there was a lady that was like fucking killed by it.
Well, yeah, I'm sure. There were people. Cooper's Hill cheese rolling and wake.
And wake.
Why? Hold on. This can't be real.
I swear
it's
to God.
Gloucester? I can't pronounce English names.
It's like it's a made-up town.
Yeah. Participants race down a 200-yard hill chasing a wheel of cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the other way around. They're chasing the cheese.
Yeah, one lady fell down, though, and another cheese block, or a cheese roll fucking
decapitated her.
Hit her in the head and, either knocked her out or, I don't remember, but she got fucked up.
Yeah, I've seen some videos of them.
Oh, yeah.
And they are, They are sprinting downhill, and it's in England. Like
Dude,
they have there are holes in the fucking dirt, and people are just going and just tearing ACLs, snapping ankles, and just cartwheeling down these hills.
Local Brits are fucking insane people.
It's crazy.
They're nuts.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the cheese riots.
And the picture you're talking about, if you are on our Instagram, you would have seen it today, which is yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I already sent them to your wife.
Yep, they're already on.
Hell yeah.
Posted. They look great.
But yeah, so the grand old cheese riots, my man.
Hell yeah. Dude, I would riot for cheese.
Yet another fucking perfect pressure point story.
This is perfect D story.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Well, you got Patreon pulled up. Let's get
I
out of
actually
here.
don't know.
You don't?
You
got this. I believe in you. Hey, there it is.
Patreon. Let me refresh
Yeah,
it.
I was like, refresh. I don't know if we got anybody else new on there.
Okay, so...
it goes down to 4.
Oh. That would be fun.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck.
We got canceled. We had no idea.
I didn't even know. Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
All right, so we've got the board, of course. You never get bored of hearing about them.
Hey, bada bing.
Minnie, D, Toddle, Waddle, and Weston. Thank you guys so much for, really holding the burden. You're that dude with the boulder, bringing the boulder up.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we've got...
And AJ and I are...
We are
two
the boulder.
very large boulders
that
you three are holding
up.
Thank you.
So, of course, we've got Abby, AJ's third nut, Kitty Titties, Thomas, Dark Runner, D's Nuts, G-Dog, Hayden, Laura, and Lindo. Thank you guys so much for being here. We really do appreciate it. We've got some fun stuff brewing for you guys.
We do.
I lost my train of thought.
You're good. If anybody is interested, go find us on patreon.com/points of pressure. I don't know if you already said that, but we have an exclusive episode that we upload generally the last day of every month.
Usually.
One per month. We have a handful of Sloppy Seconds episodes up there. I think like 20 plus.
We're going to be making more of those.
Yeah, we are. AJ's going to be working
seasons.
on a series called Voices. We have like an inside look in the studio. And
Toe
if
reveal.
you guys don't want to pay a monthly subscription, you'd just like to support us, go find us on Buy Me a Coffee or go to our website and click on the Support Us page. It would be greatly appreciated. If you can't afford it, that's okay. Just go click on our shit. We appreciate it.
Ad-free for your viewing.
Yeah, exactly.
On purpose.
Yeah. And then, as always, if you guys ever have any suggestions for show ideas, you found an article you like, movies, TV shows, books, movies, TV shows, books, whatever
movies,
you can find, music,
TV
I don't
shows,
know,
books,
magazines,
movies,
those stuff.
TV shows, maybe some books.
Maybe a couple books. By all means, reach out to us on Instagram at points-o-pressure, or feel free to email us at ppdnaj@gmail.com, or go to our website, pointsopressure.com. We'll catch you guys next Monday.